Guys, I have been meaning to make this video because I feel like, and it's not that I'm not crapping on Angie's, but I also think that that people should be aware of what you get when you get it. So I used Thumbtack before I used Angie's, and that was, a lead would come in, you have to try to contact them, and if you get a direct lead, it charges you. If you find one and you message them to see and they respond to you, then it charges you. But the way that this Angie's, at least my account, they're trying to, I guess, switch everybody to this style. Angie's like makes you pay a monthly amount, say it's like $500 a month, and with that $500 a month, you're guaranteed, so many calls, like a window of calls. And I'll tell you right now that the upper side of the window is never, it's never what you're gonna get. So in my case, I was guaranteed like 14 to 28 or 14 to 24, something like that. And I always stop at 14. Like, they do not ever give me that to 24. But I've only been with them for a few months, couple months, whatever. But I have not gotten past that 14. Like, the end of the month comes, it stops completely. Like, you'll be getting calls, left and right, whatever. As soon as the end of the month comes, it's done. There's like, once it reaches that minimum that they guarantee you, you don't get any more. So, but they do have a program where they do it like Thumbtack, which I should have done, but I really wasn't given that option by my salesperson that was selling me on the product. So, and it seems a little better if they call them opportunities, but you can't do opportunities if you do it the way that I do it, which that was the only option I was given. It's a 1-year agreement too, and if you want to buy out of your agreement, you got to pay 35% of whatever's left in your agreement, which is, whatever. But so it's very, I don't know. I've gotten some decent calls off of it, but I've also not gotten anything. Like, people, it kills me. There was this, and every time you call Angie's, I know I'm going all over the place, but every time you call Angie's, you get somebody who is a supervisor every time. I'm a supervisor over here with Angie's, blah, blah, blah. How can I help you? And they are some of the dumbest people that you will ever talk to. Nothing is ever their fault. This instance that I'm talking about, I was talking to this lady. I was like, okay, I just got this lead 5 minutes ago. I called the lady, tried to get in touch with her. Finally got in touch with her after like calling her 3 different times, obviously not back to back, but after calling her 3 different times, finally get in touch with her. 30 minutes go by, okay, after when I finally get in touch with her. And she's like, oh, I already got the problem taken care of. How'd you get the problem taken care of if I just now got the lead from Angie's? I was like, when did you submit your request? She was like, Sunday, which was 2 days prior to when I got the lead. So yeah, it seems a little sketchy there. It seems a little messed up. Are you just trying to give me a bum lead that, just to fill your quota to me or whatever that I'm paying for? Because this lady told me that she submitted the Angie's request 2 days prior to when I even received the lead. Because every time I get a lead, I'm alerted and I call within 5 minutes every time. Because if you don't, the 5 other contractors that they give the lead to are going to beat you to it, and then you're going to lose out. So I call Angie's, and then a supervisor with Angie's answers the phone, of course, and she's like, oh, well, we time track, or we log everything. Like, everything is, time stamped. So we know she submitted this lead right now, and we know when you called her. And I'm like, okay, why would she submit the lead and say that she's already got it taken care of? So you're telling me in a 30-minute time span from when I got the lead to when I called Angie's and talked to that lady, and she said that she had got it taken care of and that she called Angie's or contacted Angie's two days ago. You're telling me in that 30 minutes, she's already got it taken care of? Like it's already fixed, not she's already got somebody coming out to look at it. She's already got the problem fixed. Now, between Sunday and Tuesday, I can see that happening. So basically, I think they just lied to me. Just my opinion. I think they just lied to me and told me that she submitted it today and, that I got it today or whatever. But she really submitted it on Sunday, and it was technically still an open lead because say the contractor that contacted her, like she didn't close, like they didn't close it out or whatever. You never, I don't know how the system works, but so, I think that lead was gotten on Sunday and it was given to me on Tuesday to fill up the quota that they are guaranteeing me, which is very frustrating because if that's not happening, then you're trying to call people and they're not answering. You're texting people, they're not answering. You're emailing people, they're not answering. So it's like these people just go on here and submit a request to have something fixed, something that is fixed, and then they don't get it fixed, or either they just don't answer the phone, which is extremely frustrating. It's like if you want something fixed, then answer the phone. And it mainly happened when I first started with Angie's. They were like, oh, what kind of stuff do you want to specialize in? So I just put everything on there because I do all plumbing, other than like septic tank installs and pumping and stuff. So I was like everything, which included kitchen or bathroom remodels, or shower and bathtub installation, or like bathroom remodels. And I had to get that removed because they were giving me so many leads with that, and not a single one of them answered the phone. Not a single one of them. I don't even know how many, and not a single person answered the phone for those leads. Like, I get it. That's not something you're trying to rush. Like, you have to budget, get estimates. Everybody wants to get 3 estimates for some reason. Like, that's the new thing. I get it. And these salesman plumbing companies out here have ruined it for guys, who are giving honest and fair pricing. But we don't need to get into that. And I'm not trying to bash Angie's because I really have made a little bit of money off of them, but the process is very frustrating. Like, it is very frustrating. You should never have to pay for leads. And I cannot wait to the day where hopefully I won't have to use them anymore, because it is entirely too frustrating. Anybody you talk to from there, that lady, there's some other stuff that I talked to with that lady, but she was just completely incompetent. And then I talked to a guy the other day who was another supervisor, and he basically, I was asking about the opportunity leads instead of what I have. And he's like, oh, well, we can't just set you up like that. You'd have to set up a separate account for only opportunity leads, or close out your account for and then get opportunity leads. And I was just asking like what the process is with that. And he's like, so let me get this straight. You want to cancel your account right now and then set up opportunity? And I'm like, no, I just wanted to see what the process was. And he's like, okay, well, we can cancel your account and then set. And I'm like, oh my God, dude, stop trying to be a salesman and just answer my questions. Like, I don't understand. Like, Angie must be paying these people good, dude. And like I said, I feel like I'm not bashing Angie that bad. I'm saying my experience, and just trying to let people know that it's not, it's not guaranteeing you any work. You're taking a chance with that anyways. But if you get an organic call from a customer, at least the only thing you have in that is, time to go out, look at the problem for the customer. And if you charge a trip charge, there's your money back. So, you're basically having to charge a trip charge to pay Angie, and you might not get the call. So my computer went off. So it's, I don't know. I just feel like organic calls are always the best bet. It sucks when you're in a position like me where you're just getting started and you just want something to, I mean, you have to invest money to get calls, which marketing, you know, but this isn't marketing. This is a bunch of cheap people, you know, trying to get something done for free. I told one guy I had a $60 trip charge, and oh my gosh, that's insane. $60. Like, yes, $60 for me to drive to you 45 minutes away, look at your problem, give you an estimate to fix it. And if you decide to go with that estimate, then I don't charge you the $60. And no, I'm not tacking it onto the estimate like everybody thinks that companies do, because I'm sure there are companies out there that do that. I'm not tacking anything onto the estimate. I'm just making sure I protect myself against price shoppers who only want the lowest possible price, which they'll get a low price from somebody who's not an actual legitimate business and who's not trying to make any money for themselves. This video is going on way too long.